What's going on, fam? Daily vlog episode 3, road to main stage. Daily vlog every single day until we main stage EDC, no matter how long it takes. And guys, today 7,800 monthly listeners, and I'm always going to share that as well, any huge wins and milestones, because everybody that I've been inspired by, I've been able to witness their come up. Russ, Mike, Nick D, now LaRussell is having an absolute moment. And so that's where we're at today. 7,800 monthly listeners, about 100 monthly listeners climbing the last couple days, which is incredible. And we were on a really exponential rise from 100, a month ago, 2 years, never cracking 100 to, 7,800. Now it's starting to stall. So I have to figure out what's going to get me to that next level, get us to that next level. I'm really becoming, hopefully this is helpful or interesting to anybody making content, whatever you're trying to achieve. In 2026, content's going to be a piece of it, of course, the main piece of it, obviously. I'm trying to figure out, I'm really being maniacal about looking at all of my analytics. So every single morning I start my day by waking up, supplements, water, hitting the gym, and then on the treadmill or on the bike, that's where I make my first post. And I learned this from Gary Vee, and I've heard it for years, but I've never done it because I've never been as good as I am now. So I'm obsessive now. I'm better than I've ever been. And at the highest level, each platform has to be treated as its own. What I mean by that is every single morning I look at the data of each platform. So I'm going to go on Instagram and I'm going to, I got to stop saying platform names. I'm going to go on that purple app and I'm going to see what performed the best, right? What performed the best yesterday, because I'll probably post 2 to 3 posts a day on that app. I'm gonna see what performed the best, and I also know what historically has performed the best, and I'm gonna make that post specific to that app within that app, not font from other apps, not downloads from other apps, not edits from other apps, that app. And then I'm gonna post that first. Then I'm gonna go over to that black app we all use, and I'm going to see what worked best there yesterday. And that's a little bit higher volume. I'll probably post 3 to 5 times a day there. And so I posted more, but that's kind of where I'm at now. And I'm trying to post less and post better, so I get more juice out of each post, but see what works there. And so that for me is much less, I'm much worse on that app than on the purple app, right? Because I get much more outreach on this app, much more views, much more engagement on this app than this app. So I haven't cracked this black app yet, but I'm trying. And so every day I'm getting a little bit better, trying to figure out what's working. Then I'll go to that red app, the one you're watching on here. And then for shorts on this app, I'll figure out what worked the best. And I'm kind of hovering around 1K. Most stuff makes it to 1K, but I haven't been able to break through. I've gotten 10K in the past, but it was like a year ago. So it's not really significant data anymore. Like I got to figure out what works now. So I'm working that, and then I'll go to the blue app, and that's been new for me. I'm actually just at 17 followers, so that's sick because I haven't followed anybody. So I'm just off pure content. I just got my first 1K view there post, so I'm trying to figure out what works there. But I think that one has a lot of potential since it's fresh, it's new, and so hopefully that's helpful or interesting to everybody, because that's been huge for me. And that's what is going to get me to the next level, 10K, 20K, 30K, eventually 100K monthly listeners, is treating every single app unique to what that app requires to be successful. And that's been really helping. So that is one thing. The next thing is more music. My last daily vlog talked about a song a day. That's what I'm trying to do. And right now I'm probably at a song every other day or every 3 days pace. And with work and life and all other obligations, it's tough to get to that level, but I'm trying. And my system is wake up, supplements, water, gym first thing, and then a couple hours at the gym. And in that, I'm hitting my cardio, I'm hitting my weights, and in between sets on the machine, on the cardio for an hour. I only do cardio while I'm working. I never just do cardio and just watch a video. I'm hustling on my phone. So as I'm doing that couple hours at the gym, I'm getting my first posts up. I might get my second post. I might draft a couple posts. And I'm also trying to work some song time in there where I can at least song write. And so that way I can produce it later and publish it later, but I want to at least generate ideas. I want to songwrite. I want to make sure that I'm pushing that quantity. And obviously quality is getting better. My songwriting has never been better. Inspired by Millennium's album yesterday was amazing, but music production's obviously got to keep getting better, but the quantity is also going up. I want to push the pace on those songs because that's really a compounding effect. So that's kind of where I'm at now. That's what I'm thinking about. And yeah, thank you everybody that's been supporting me. Otherwise, other life things. I'm going to Modesto today because my MacBook broke and I work remote for my job, so that sucks. That I've been down for like a week using PTO and stuff, which is fine. I have a ton, but I'm going to check that out and hopefully drop my MacBook off and get that repaired quickly. Otherwise, life stuff. I've really been trying to push the pace on my health. HelloFresh, I need a discount code because I'm doing HelloFresh. It would be awesome to be sponsored one day, but that's a huge new thing. I think that's going to be really helpful for me. I haven't gone deep on my health journey here in a long time. I was a trainer in a past life, and I still train clients, but I've really suffered with some hormonal stuff and actually some stuff that haven't come to clear answers on because I've gained so much weight. And being a trainer, going from running 50-mile races and ultra marathons and lifting thousands of pounds and still stronger than ever, but I have proteins, and it's my job, it's my livelihood. I've trained hundreds of clients in the last couple of years, so whatever's happening, it's been a real internal health failure of some sort. And I've gone to doctors, and medical system is it's just bad, right? We know that. Everybody knows that's common knowledge now how bad our medical system is. But for me, learning everything, hopefully I don't get suppressed for that, but for me, learning everything on my own has been the major mover. Gary Brecka, all the longevity guys, Brian Johnson, supplementing everything. Food's been dialed. My macros have always been dialed. It's my job. It's what I do for a living, and my business is training. So I understand all those things, but something has been failing to the point that over the last 2 years, I've gained so much weight. I don't know the answer. And like I just said, I gym hours every single day and not out training a bad diet. The diet's in check. All these things are lined up. But it's just like, and it's not stress because cortisol's checked, not testosterone. Testosterone's great. You go down the line. I got Function Health, which is an amazing blood work service. I recommend it to everybody. I'll do it every year for the rest of my life, where for a couple $100 a year, I get 110 biomarkers, more than any of us could ever get going to our doctor and asking, because it would cost insurance too much for them to bill, and they just wouldn't even allow, because they would say, well, why? What symptoms, right? You have to wait until it's too late. So this has been something proactive for me, and now I'm really getting into, since this is some sort of internal health thing, I'm getting into all the internal health preventative stuff, or rehabilitative stuff, like getting plastics out, getting metals out. There's things obviously in our water system. Just our whole life in America is so unhealthy and so dysfunctional for our body. And so HelloFresh is one piece of that, where it's better than the food I was eating. Still not perfect by any means. I'm sure there's better services out and probably cost a lot more, but that's one step for me in the right direction, where it's the quality of food is cleaner, right? I picked that option and all that. So I'm getting cleaner quality food, and hopefully that really helps my health. So I'm excited about that. A couple days into that, I'll share that in these vlogs in terms of my life stuff, because it's such a big piece of my life, and it's been really difficult. It's been one of the hardest things I've gone through, and I've been through a lot of hard stuff. So it's not up there. It's not, I don't know, top 3 or top 5 by any means, but it's somewhere up there in terms of life challenges that I've faced, and I've been through much worse. But it's amazing how this, although it's not crisis or tragedy or financial or emotional or relational or any of these other big categories of life that we all experience suffering in, definitely I've experienced real crisis in. It's not on that level, but it's more of it's more of an enduring level of suffering, because it's been years that this has been a build. And so every single day is a reminder that I'm not what I should be, and I'm not what I was. And I was 350 pounds, and I lost 150 pounds. I was a trainer for years, and I was in peak shape, one of the fittest people in America, again, running 50-mile races, right? And then just 800 burpees and all these, I was a elite fitness. I was, a fanatic, you could say. And so now every day is a reminder that I'm not that. And the fact that I've already experienced this, as a kid playing football and then going up to 350 and then losing all that weight 7 years ago now, creeping back up towards that. And it's been really hard, and it's enduring, and it's just in the back of my mind, in the front of my mind, pretty much all day, every day. And it's really difficult. So hopefully that's helpful and interesting to anybody that's going through health stuff. At the end of the day, health is the only thing, right? It's all those other categories of life, all the things we want. One of my favorite quotes is a man I think it was a Stoic who said this, so a man or woman, but the quote is a man who has his health wants everything, and a man who doesn't have his health only wants one thing, right? And so I've experienced that because I still want everything and I'm achieving everything, I'm grinding for everything, but at the end of the day, it's all tampered down and burdened and weighed down, literally, no pun intended, by my lack of health right now. So hopefully that's helpful and interesting. I'm always going to have a life portion in these outside of music. I want to hit the music stuff. I want to update you guys. I'll share all the wins. But then just like all the stuff that I appreciate from my people, it's always the life stuff even more than the music stuff sometimes, or probably even most of the time, because that's the stuff where we really get to connect. So on my way to Modesto, fix my laptop hopefully, and then keep you guys updated on the health stuff and HelloFresh and any other blood work stuff, and just I'm always going to hit the health stuff because again, it's such a big piece of my life. It was my business, still is my business, and I'm really excited about figuring out what's going on so that way I can share it, right? Figuring out this new wave of internal health, not just lifting a bunch of weight and running a ridiculous amount of miles and doing crazy fitness challenges, but because that's past me. Just getting healthy again. So daily vlog number 3. Thank you guys for watching. These are getting a little bit longer and longer. It's fun to just go and comment, like, subscribe, hit me on all the apps I want to connect. So grateful for you guys. See you in the next one.